the 5-10 minutes we had.
Sometimes you get to half time and then sometimes it just jumps out at you that I need an extra man in midfield. You know, do I need three at the back? They're quite good on the right hand side, but they both got booked now, so they've got to tread carefully over there. They're two lads, but we've got to keep the ball better. No doubt about it.
At the moment, the two fullbacks, we've got Adam Smith and Jack Stacey. They're back doing a lot of defending. Perhaps we've seen more of Stacey coming forward into the QPR half than Smith.
But maybe,
as you mentioned now, with perhaps the yellow card,
so it should be a bit more intensive on my
QPR
internet.
Right back.
But
Arnold
the
Danjuma
stream should be more
down that flank.
responsive. The chat should come through quicker. I should be able to see it quicker.
You know, it's not been easy for the lads up front. When they've got the ball up to them, they haven't always held on.
Share this around. It's half time. We're currently at 0-0.
Might be an answer.
You're listening to BBC Radio Solent. We'll be taking you back to the studio in just a moment to link up with Kevin James. He will take you through the half-time break. Remember, a chance now for you to get your thoughts in on that first 45 minutes of football for your side. A couple of ways to do it: at Solent Sport on Twitter, if you want to tweet Kevin James in the studio, or you can text him. The number for the text system is 81333. If you are texting, then you can start your message with the word Solent. Don't forget those text messages at your standard network rate. Pop your name on there as well and let us know where you're listening in from. Half time here at the Vitality Stadium between Bournemouth and QPR in the Championship. It is Bournemouth 0, QPR 0.
This is BBC Radio Solent Sport.
Half-time in our 3 live games this afternoon then. Goals in one of them and goalless in the other 2. Let's start our roundup at Stamford Bridge, where it's Chelsea 2, Saints 1.
Bednarek with the dummy, gone round him into the box, onto his right foot he wants it, he's going to cross the penalty area, low shot, deflects maybe, but either way this time it does count for Timo Werner. Just a minute or so after he had a goal disallowed, he does have his first Premier League goal against his former manager at Leipzig, and it's Chelsea 1, Southampton 0.
I tell you what a piece of class player that is.
Kai Havertz has it inside to Jorginho. First time ball looking to put Werner in over the top. It's a beauty. Pressure on Bednarek and he's not back. Doesn't get as far as McCarthy. And that will be 2 for Werner, who flipped it over McCarthy and headed it home. And that long ball straight down the middle undid Bednarek and Southampton. And Chelsea have doubled their lead. Werner 2, Hasenhüttl 0. It's Chelsea 2, Saints 0. Adams can't keep the ball under pressure. And then Havertz goes past 1, scoots past 2, but showed too much and he gave it away. Now Ings is in from Adams, he's passed round Kepa, and Saints are back into it before half-time. Beautifully polished off by Danny Ings, who's had a good couple of weeks after scoring for England. That's his 4th Premier League goal of the season, and he made that look very easy. And another assist for Shea Adams. 2-1 Chelsea, Saints back in it.
That's the situation at half-time at Stamford Bridge, then Chelsea 2, Saints 1. Meanwhile, at the Vitality Stadium, it's Bournemouth 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Asmir Begovic, the Bournemouth keeper, has made 2 big saves to keep that at none conceded. So Bournemouth 0, QPR 0. Meanwhile, at Fratton Park is also Portsmouth 0, Doncaster Rovers 0. That's in League One. But there's goals in our feature non-league game this afternoon in the National League. Eastleigh against Aldershot. Cliff Pledge is watching at the Silver Lake Stadium.
Eastleigh 1, Aldershot Town 1, the game exploding into life in the last 5 minutes of the half. It had been pedestrian really until then, but a penalty awarded for handball to Eastleigh was smashed into the top right-hand corner by Joe Tomlinson. It's his first goal since joining in the summer. There was no way Aldershot's keeper could have kept that out, but they couldn't hang on to the lead. 2 minutes later, a free kick was curled home beautifully by Aldershot's Craig Tanner to level things up. Both decisions to award the penalty and the free kick by referee Thomas Parsons, a little soft to be honest, but both players with great set pieces. It'd been quite a even but not especially exciting game up until then. It's up for grabs this one at half-time. Eastleigh 1, Aldershot Town 1.
So, Saints fans, Bournemouth fans and Pompey fans, you can have your say during the break as always. 81333, start your message with the word Solent on the text or at Solent Sport on the tweets. Andrew Moon Our Pompey commentator has just tweeted that Pompey improved towards the end of the half, but in truth that was a poor 45 minutes, virtually nothing created and no spark going forwards. Let you know your thoughts. I'll read them out over the next 10 minutes or so. I'll also go around the country with the half times. I've also got the non-league half times as well.
BBC Radio Solent Sport.
It's what we've been waiting for. Strictly Come Dancing is back.
Strictly 2020, let's go.
The stars have been announced.
I'm Nicola Adams, and I'm so excited to get out there and dance.
I'm Jamie Lang, and I'm really hoping I'm going to get...
No link.
She's definitely left her mark on this game.
Come over this way, Harris. Ready?
Football at home with Screwfix, proud partner of the EFL.
We can start? It's your family, your teammates, your squad. This is football, and in football, you are never alone. Back 21, win as one.
That's sick.
Score 12 cans of Carabao Green Apple free when you buy any 12-pack of Carabao. Head to carabaoenergy.co.uk/shop and enter the discount code IFOLLOW to redeem the offer. Offer valid while stocks last.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Wow!
You're not betting against that. Championship doesn't stop to the last day.
Look at this! That's glorious!
That's the WWE you're saying is a good fight.
Oh, that is naughty.
It's outrageous!
They're getting better and better. It's pretty ominous for everybody else.
Sign in on the Snapchat. We'll sign there for a little bit because I don't usually do that, guys. I've got 3 viewers. Hello, if you've come from the previous stream that I shut down. Hi. If you're new, hi. This is currently the second half. Basically, we're doing ultra low latency this time. So my reactions that I'm doing in real time, the reactions you see on my screen are literally probably only 3 seconds behind. Before they were probably about a minute and a half, probably 2 minutes. So now, when I move, like now, exactly, you just see it on here now. It's a lot quicker.
First to 10.
Oh, he slotted it right in!
Alright, 1-0.
So we have 1 viewer.
Football at home with Screwfix, proud partner of the EFL.
Hello. Is that 1 viewer? If you want to watch the stream, guys, then you can always go on his goal.
As is Luton Town and Stoke City.
Not legal.
Too many goals in the
promote it, but if
Championship,
you
isn't
really
it?
want to watch the
Middlesbrough
game,
and Reading, that's also goalless. A goal for Rotherham. They're 1-0 leaders over Norwich City at half-time. Swansea City and Huddersfield Town, that is 1-1 at the break.
So
and Wycombe Wanderers lead Millwall by a goal to 0. Into League One, a first win of the season for Milton Keynes Dons in the early kick-off. They beat Gillingham by 2-0. Good result that for Pompey. Gillingham starting the day 2 points above them. Milton Keynes Dons off the foot of the table with their first win of the season. Not many goals in League One either currently. AFC Wimbledon and Shrewsbury Town is goalless, as is Bristol Rovers and Burton Albion. Charlton Athletic and Wigan, that's goalless, as is Crewe Alexandra and Blackpool. Fleetwood Lincoln City, Ipswich Town, Accrington Stanley, they are also goalless at the end of the first half. Peterborough United lead Oxford United by a 1-0, as does Plymouth Argyle over Northampton Town. Rochdale are 1-0 down at home to Hull City, and Swindon Town are a goal down to Sunderland. There is Swindon 0, Sunderland 1. We'll hear a little bit from Jurgen Klopp in a moment, actually, over this break after their 2-2 draw at Everton. But I'll just go into League 2. Bolton Wanderers and Oldham Athletic, that's 1-1. Carlisle 2, Colchester United 1. Crawley 0, Morecambe 1. Morecambe lead League 2 currently. Forest Green Rovers 1, Stevenage 0. Harrogate Town 1, Barrow 0. Mansfield Town 0, Bradford City 2. Newport County 1, Tranmere Rovers 0. Port Vale and Salford City is goalless. Scunthorpe United 0, Cambridge United 2. Southend 0, Cheltenham 1. Walsall and Exeter City is goalless. Leyton Orient at Grimsby play at 5:30 this afternoon. Dagenham and Redbridge into the National League, by the way. Dagenham and Redbridge 0, Yeovil Town 0. Notts County 2, Maidenhead United 1. Solihull Moors and Boreham Wood, that is goalless. Torquay 2, Dover Athletic 0. Wealdstone and Wrexham is 2-2. And Woking against FC Halifax Town, that is also goalless. And the 5:20 kickoff in the National League this afternoon is Chesterfield and Stockport County. I do believe the players are coming out at Stamford Bridge, so we may not be able to hear Jurgen Klopp. That would have been a bonus had we been able to. Let me give you a heads up as to what's coming up here on BBC Radio Solent after this programme. Stereo Underground with Richard Leto at 6 o'clock. Alternative anthems and indie classics, plus everything in between. And then at 8 o'clock, it's BBC Music Introducing. Get ready for a new Bond sounding song from the Hampshire's Brook for Record of the Week, and Dinashe from Winchester are on the show as well to chat about what Black History Month means to her and hear her stunning track Rise. Plus also they go back to August last year for a live lounge rewind from Six Music, supported by Portsmouth band Halland. That's all coming up. And then Dave Allen is on the airwaves from 10 o'clock this evening and through until 1. Right, let's split away then. Back to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 2, Southampton 1. Listeners on 96.1 FM. You'll be able to hear with Adam Blackmore and Dave Merrington. If you're in Dorset, commentary coming up of Bournemouth against Queen's Park Rangers, where it's goalless. That's with Jordan Clark and John Williams. And for Portsmouth against Doncaster Rovers, where it's also goalless at Fratton Park with Andy Moon and Guy Whittingham. That's on Digital Radio in Hampshire and Freeview Channel 722.
Welcome back to the Vitality Stadium. We're still waiting for the players to re-emerge for the second half, but we'll hope to be able to bring you a better spectacle in the second half to the one that we had in the opening 45 minutes. Goalless here between Bournemouth and QPR. Little in the way of chances to tell you about in the first half. From Bournemouth's point of view, Dominic Solanke with the only one. Goalwards wide of the target. At the other end, Asmir Begovic with a couple of moments to keep the scoreline at 0-0. One good reading of the game to come out and dive at the feet of Macaulay Bomb, and then a good save as well with the feet of Asmir Begovic to deny Macaulay Bon again. The two teams are just making their way out here onto the pitch at the Vitality Stadium for the second half. It doesn't look like there are going to be any changes for either side at the break. Let me run through those two teams for you in full then. So Bournemouth again with a 3-5-2 formation. Asmir Begovic in goal. They were unchanged to the side that won at Coventry coming into today's match. Three central defenders, Chris Mepham, Steve Cook and Diego Rico. Jack Stacey in the right wing-back position. Adam Smith in the left wing-back position. Lewis Cook, the more defensive of the three central midfielders, alongside Jefferson Lerma and Dan Gosling, slightly more advanced. Dominic Solanke partnering Sam Surridge up front. On the bench for Bournemouth, options for Jason Tindall in the second half, should he require them. Mark Travers, Jordan Zamora, Jack Simpson, Namdi Offenbach, Junior Stanislas, Arnaud Danjuma and new loan signing Rodrigo Riquelme as well. Bournemouth in the second half. I will run through the QPR team for you in just a moment.
Should probably get
we'll shoot from our right to left, our commentary position in the main stand here at the Vitality Stadium. They will shoot towards the Steve Fletcher North stand in this second half. They're in black and red tops, black shorts and black socks. Referee John Brooks gets us back underway in the Championship on BBC Radio Solent. It is Bournemouth 0, QPR 0, and the Cherries in possession at the back through Adam Smith, and then Diego Rico clears up towards the halfway line, but it's cut off by Dominic Ball. One back by Bournemouth, only as far as Dickey on the halfway line for QPR. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Seny Dieng. QPR in this second half in their traditional blue and white hoop shirts, white shorts and white socks. We'll shoot from our left to right towards the Ted McDougall South stand. The QPR side, Seny Dieng in goal. It is a 4-2-3-1 for them. Kakai, Dickey, Barbe and Wallace are the back four. Cameron and Bull are the sitting midfielders. Then it's Asai Samuel on a yellow card, along with Kakai, the right back, also on a yellow. Asai Samuel down the right, Ilias Chair down the left. Luke Amos in the number 10 position in support of Macaulay Bonne up top for QPR. On their bench, Liam Kelly, Todd Kane, Conor Masterson, Chris Willock, Faisal Batash, Albert Adoma and Tom Carroll. It is Adam Smith in possession for Bournemouth down this near left-hand side. Alongside me for commentary on BBC Radio Solent, myself, Jordan Clark, sitting in for Chris Temple this week is the former Bournemouth defender and assistant manager John Williams. Willow, no changes for the Cherries at the break.
Bit surprising, but things can only get better, Jordan. Only get better.
That is for sure. It can't get much worse than what we just watched in the first half. Free kick to QPR, given away by Van Gosling. He's going to be spoken to by referee John Brooks.
Yeah, I don't think that one was worth a booking, no. Clearly just tried to stab the ball away from QPR lads' foot.
Remember, several ways to listen to this next 45 minutes of football. We're on 103.8 FM. Digital radio across Dorset and Freeview Television channel 726. So if you are moving about, there are some different options for you, or if you're back at home, maybe you want to stick the television on and listen in that way if it's a better quality for you. And of course, around the world as well via the AFC Bournemouth stream, AFCB TV. If you are listening to that, just a reminder, the television cameras are on the other side to our commentary position in the main stand, their position in the east stand. So when you hear us describing near and far side, it will be the opposite for you. And we'll hope, or we do hope, that we've solved some of those technical problems we had with the sound in the first half. Fingers crossed. It is a free kick to QPR.
Shut up. You look like Noel Gallagher.
About halfway inside Bournemouth's half, down this near side, the visitors' right. Jason Tindall, Stephen Purchase, the Bournemouth manager and assistant manager, still on the edge of the technical area, pointing. Not happy with where that free kick is being taken from. The magic spray has gone down. Chair comes across to take it. He's now got strapping on his right ear after he was kicked there accidentally by Jack Stacey. Free kick isn't the greatest. It comes back out to Kakai, the right back. He shifts it out to his left, and QPR forced back into the centre circle, and the central defender.
Maybe I thought I'd ended it, but you know. Oh, well.
They made a tongue and dance about the free kick, but when they didn't even put it in behind red and black shirts.
Real wasted opportunity for QPR, that one. They're now back in their own 18-yard box, and their goalkeeper Seny Dieng in his green kit this afternoon. 9th in the table coming into the match this afternoon, QPR. 5 points from their 4 games so far.
1.5 minutes, 2 minutes.
1 win, 1 defeat. Coming into the match off the back of consecutive 1-0 draws. They really rescued a point away at Sheffield Wednesday in their last game before the international break. No win in their last 3. Their only defeat of the season so far coming before those 2 1-0 draws. That's a nice ball from Jefferson. Lerma, he had 3 options there in the form of Dan Gosling, Solanke and Sam Surridge. Lerma couldn't find any of them, and Dieng will come and claim the ball.
Counts, guys. Just
international breaks. I'm not a big lover of them, but if this is what happens when the lads go away, it's not good.
I think you and Chris spoke about that before in terms of the impact it has on momentum, or any momentum that Bournemouth may have built up from the start of the season, Willow.
Well, if you get the commentary performance, which was really good, 3 goals, and then what we're seeing here today just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, QPR have really dominated a lot of the possession today. I'll try and bring the stats up in a moment. Actually, I didn't get a chance to look at them at half-time while I was trying to fix the sound issues that we've been having. But most of the ball has been in the possession of a blue and white shirt. And I mean, Jason Tyndall's saying that to us before the game. You know, that was what he was expecting coming into this match. He knew how Mark Warburton's teams play, and he wasn't expecting anything different in terms of how they perhaps would dominate possession and look to attack Willow.
Yes, they have, but that doesn't mean we have to give the ball away so often. Just doesn't happen today.
Stats have got it pretty even, actually, in terms of the app I'm looking at the moment. 50-50, just 50.5% Willow in QPR's favour as Bournemouth come down the right-hand side, win themselves a corner.
Now, since the last one, can we get the ball into the box at least? Don't hit the first man.
The one Willow is referring to is the corner routine off the training ground from Bournemouth's one and only corner in the first half. Diego Rico with a 1-2, but having taken the corner he then moved into an offside position. And what he did do is lay the ball off to Lerma in acres of space, but the flag had gone up. That was a shame. Can they get it right this time? Rico again, this time he whips one into the box towards Lerma, headed clear by QPR, drops to Lewis Cook on the edge. At the D, his shot, I think it was, may well have been a cross, I'm not sure. Goalwards is cleared by QPR and there's a flag up for offside against Asai Samuel. Free kick taken quickly by Adam Smith, moving ball says the referee, so Lewis Cook instead places it down again and goes short to Adam Smith down this near left-hand side. 52 minutes gone at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth 0, QPR 0 on BBC Radio Solo. Myself, Jordan Clark and John Williams alongside me. The former Bournemouth defender and assistant manager. Lewis Cook turns away from trouble really nicely on the edge of his own box. Lays it up to Rico, 1-2 with Smith, and that'll set Dan Gosling free through the middle of the park for Bournemouth. Can he find Sam Surridge inside the 18-yard area? Surridge on his left foot, back onto his right, trying to find room for the shot, dinks it in towards the 6-yard area. Cleared by QPR, and Dan Gosling can't pick up the pieces on the edge of the box, and now the visitors will have the chance to break down the left. Too much on the ball, throw into the cherries.
At least that was a bit more promising. 2 or 3 passes got it up the pitch. Big Sam on the ball, just tried to chip it to the far post, but QPR managed to get it away. Good break though.
Begovic in possession at the back for Bournemouth in yellow this afternoon. They'll switch it out to this left-hand side now. Adam Smith with a bit of room to run into the QPR half, does well, moves back infield to a central position. Can't find the pass to Lerma, cut off by Cameron. QPR will break through Chair, through the middle, into the Bournemouth half. He's got Macaulay Bond further forward, finds Bond, left side of the box, lays it back to Chair. That's a lovely little roll over the ball from Chair as he tries to find room to make something happen for QPR. Marked closely by Jefferson Lerma. They'll switch it out to the right side of the box now.
Get on him quickly.
Right back, gets the cross in, brought under control by Asai Samuel. Round one player, round a second, and then fires it into the side netting. Goal kick, still Bournemouth 0, QPR 0. Bit of a let off for the Cherries.
Yeah, it's going to go down as a half chance. It was a bad angle. But Begovic stood his ground on that near post and he just smashed it against the side netting.
Tight angle there for Asai Samuel to try and manoeuvre something. The first player he beat was Rico, and then got the angle on Steve Cook as well, the second who was flying in with the block, enough to get the shot away. Goal kick taken by Asmir Begovic, straight down the middle, over the halfway line. Sam Surridge gets a good foot in, and then he'll chase the ball down as Dickey clears on the edge of his own 18-yard area. A late tackle from Surridge. Free kick to QPR. Rob Dickey stays down.
You're staying down, he didn't mean to hurt him.
Going to see a replay of it now on our screens in front of us here in the press box.
He put his leg up and he caught his thigh and
carried
fell
on running forward.
Come on.
It's the follow through from Dickey which catches Surridge, and Dickey injures himself, almost kicking Sam Surridge.
Yeah.
Hello, mate.
Anyway,
welcome.
Free kick to QPR, a talking to for Sam Surridge. I'm not sure what for.
You okay?
Perhaps from the angle that referee John Brooks had even. It looked like maybe Surridge had gone flying through Rob Dickey. Not the case, just a talking to. Bournemouth win the ball back on the halfway line. Jack Stacey comes driving forward into the QPR half. He's over on the far side, in front of the east stand. Lays it off to Dominic Solanke, who skips past Chair and then gets dragged to the ground. Again, Chair pulling players down, and again, not in the referee's book yet. I think that might be about to change, John Williams. 2 or 3 times he's done that.
Absolutely. He's got to be, he's booking him,
In the first half, he had Jack Stacey. He had 2 arms grabbing Jack Stacey's wrist.
He got off with that one.
Now I know people actually like them. There was
doesn't get away with the pull on Dominic Solanke. And through process of totting up, I'm sure the referee had been keeping note. Elias Chair goes into the book, and Bournemouth have a free kick and an opportunity to put the ball into, or perhaps the edge of, the QPR box. Mepham is forward for Bournemouth, so is Steve Cook from the back. Lewis Cook and Diego Rico over the ball. Lewis Cook places it down. Rico whips it in, left-footed, in towards Lerma, nods it down. Surridge tries to chest it under control on the edge of the 18-yard area. It's bouncing around like a ping-pong ball. And then QPR clear, and then Diego Rico gives away a foul on Luke Amos.
Just didn't get the bounce of the ball there. It's a good cross in, but nobody could reach it. Referee's given QPR another free kick. Game's never flowed, has it? Perhaps for QPR it has a little bit, but it's always been a bit bitty for me.
Yeah, really.
You had a bet and put it on Bournemouth. Fair enough. To win, to draw, really to lose. So this point in time, I would say we're probably going to lose, mate. I was confident.
The old commentators kiss of death.
But we're not really
goals.
Performing that well, to be fair.
Mid-table QPR last season, 13th, 12 points off the playoffs. It's a game really today that Bournemouth would have been expecting to take 3 points from. Still plenty of time to do that. Still options on the bench for Jason Tyndall. Attacking wise in the form of
I think we need some subs coming on. I think Riquelme should get a chance.
And new signing Rodrigo Riquelme. I spoke to him on Friday.
I think Riquelme should get a chance.
Likes to play in the number 10 role. That's his preference, but he can play wide left and wide right, but he prefers the middle or the left. Just 20 years of age, on loan from Atletico Madrid for the rest of the season. Bournemouth with an option to buy at the end of that.
Dan Juma would be an option for me. I'd be thinking about.
Yeah, can probably feel unlucky given his start to the season, Willow, not to be involved from the start today. But you know, as you said, the performance at Coventry, Jason Tyndall sticking with the same 11.
I don't quite know what you mean, pal.
Here come Bournemouth down the left. It's Rico in a more advanced position. Left edge of the box. Gets the cross in low.
I thought
it's a dangerous one. It just needed a red and black shirt on the end of it. There was no one. Johan Barbe can clear straight up into the main stand where we are sat in our commentary position for BBC Radio Solent. Bournemouth 0, QPR 0, live on BBC Radio Solent in the Championship. Here's Dominic Solanke.
Even if we draw this, we'll be in a good position in the Championship.
Equalised against Chelsea in our other
commentary
game, one of our other commentary games on BBC Radio Solent.
In 9th place, though, personally,
now 2-2 in that game.
Thank God.
Great result for Southampton, isn't it? They can pull it off.
If you're tuned in looking for Portsmouth, that's over on all of our Hampshire frequencies today, apart from 96.1, of course. Hants DAB in Freeview 722. Still no joy for Bournemouth. Steve Cook, the captain, in possession at the back. White boots, sends the ball more direct, looking for Sam Surridge. Surridge gets away from his man. He gets a bit of space over by the corner flag away to our left.
Go on, Surridge.
Run him. Going to be introduced shortly, but here's Surridge now into the box. Shoots right-footed. It was charged down. Drops to Lerma on the edge of the D. Cheeky back heel from Jefferson Lerma to no one.
Now we're in trouble. Pass it back to Beggs.
Into the Bournemouth half.
I think Sam had a shot there. It was going in if it hadn't have got blocked.
Yeah. Made himself a good angle, Sam Surridge, from the left-hand side. But no joy.
Who are, mate?
And we'll find out in just a moment who will be sacrificed for Arnott Danjuma.
Bournemouth, I mean, it's a Championship game, mate.
Just told you that Saints had equalised in the Premier League against Chelsea. Chelsea have now gone back in front, 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Goalless here at the Vitality Stadium. Good defending between Rico and Lewis Cook there.
Just got
Asai Samuel's gone down injured, claiming that Rico fouled him. Diego Rico having none of it, gesturing to the referee. That's a load of nonsense. And play will continue in the middle of the park through Lewis Cook for Bournemouth.
So that injury that they've just picked up.
Switch of play out to the right, a bit of space for Jack Stacey, just inside the QPR half. Back to Mepham again. Just no momentum really, no fizz about the play from either side, and then Mepham passes it straight out.
We've got half an hour to go.
There'll be a QPR throw in, but a chance for Bournemouth to maybe introduce a bit of flair. I'm sure you heard it over the tunnel there from Mike Botto, the announcer here at the Vitality Stadium. Sam Surridge, his work is done for the afternoon.
Had a go, great.
Arnold
Well done,
Danjuma.
Not brilliant, but Danjuma's
Winner
now
of
coming on. Probably
Goal
our best
of the
player.
Month award that Bournemouth do on their social media channels for his strike in the opening game of the season, the winner against Blackburn Rovers. Hard to argue with that one. It was a decent goal out.
Yeah, it was.
Bournemouth could do with a bit of that again this afternoon. He's going to have a good half hour to make an impact.
I feel like Danjuma could probably provide it. He's on the ball now.
Here is Danjuma through the middle. Number 10 on his back. Lays it off to Solanke, gets it back. He looks really lively. I know he's only been on for a few moments, but that's exactly what Bournemouth have been missing in terms of forward potent play.
Yeah, a little bit of trickery required, isn't it, to get in behind or get some shots away, get some crosses away.
Remember Bournemouth defending their unbeaten start to the season today and their 100% home record here at the Vitality so far. Wins over Blackburn and Norwich.
I'm really hoping Bournemouth win now,
mate. The championship is quite incredible as well.
How much money have you got betted on the
to
ticket,
their last
mate?
spell in this division, of course.
You might get yourself an okay
Either
amount,
side of the Premier
depending
League.
on if this goes
left
in.
Side of the box. He's got Solanke in the middle instead. Lays it back to Danjuma, who shoots early with the left foot. It's charged down by QPR. Stephen Purchase, the Bournemouth assistant manager, has got both arms in the air. He feels that head and arm, and Bournemouth should have a penalty. Not many appeals from any of the players out on the pitch. But again, Danjuma involved, just minutes after coming on as a substitute. And the Cherries win a free kick on the far side, halfway inside QPR's half.
Right, just take the
Adam
slow.
Smith goes down, chance for them to set things. Lewis Cook wants to take it quickly, does. Referee, again, John Brooks, just pulls play back. He's not helped, Willow, has he? The ref today, in terms of the game flowing, just a little bit.
Perhaps if he took so long to book someone, perhaps if he'd put his foot down early on, there wouldn't be so many of these. I mean, that's about the 6th time they've pulled us back.
A few times though with free kicks which Bournemouth have looked to take quickly and get going, and then he pulls them back just so he can put his magic spray down.
Well, it just breaks the game up even more.
They do now set themselves. Again, it's Lewis Cook and Rico stood over it. It's over on the far side. The Cherries swinging from Rico towards the back post. It's dropped by the goalkeeper Dieng. There was no one lurking. Mepham was underneath Dieng, putting in the challenge. Yeah, no one else to tap in the ball as it dropped.
He's nice and bold though, the goalkeeper. He came right off his line and cleaned everybody out.
Sends a volleyed clearance, Dieng up over the halfway line. Cherries win the header and then nick it away from Mackay, and here's Danjuma again.
Danjuma, go on! Go on, Dan! Danny! Big Danny, come
picks his head up, looks for support, tries to cross with the outside of his right foot, wins a corner for the Cherries.
Brilliant.
Well, it was nice to to the run, no doubt about that.
Put Riquelme on the right-hand side or up front and would be an absolute force to be reckoned with.
Danjuma really bright since arriving onto the field. The Dutchman is going to take the corner as well, places it down away to our left. Lewis Cook shows short, receives the ball to his feet. 1-2 back to Danjuma, then lays it off to Diego Rico. Outside the box, pulls the trigger from a long way out. Charged down by QPR.
Go on.
Back out to Adam Smith over on the right in front of the East stand. Comes towards Danjuma at the back post. Stays in. Danjuma will have time to keep it in.
What are you doing, Dan?
From the right back.
Go for this, man.
Danjuma tries to come deeper, then threads it through the legs of Kakai brilliantly, and that's a good recovery from the right back, who's on a yellow card, so had to be sharp and cute to that.
We might be all right, mate.
Back out with Lewis Cook.
I've got a feeling you might get your
down the
paycheck.
Bournemouth left. Support arriving from Rico. Cross into the box again. The goalkeeper Dieng is out, and underneath him this time he claims cleanly.
We need some more lively
QPR.
midfielders.
You're listening to BBC Radio Solent.
It's been poor.
Better from Bournemouth in the last 5 minutes or so. Dan Gosling turns to face the QPR goal, lays it off to his right and finds Adam Smith. Right edge of the box this time, cross towards the back post. No one there for the Cherries. And that's just summed things up so far. 2 or 3 crosses in the last 5 minutes, just over everyone's head and bouncing to no one.
Yeah, Adam Smith got a cross in just earlier.
We've not been too bad in the second half. We've improved.
Attack, but
that looked like it skewed off his boot. Yeah.
Switch of play from Steve Cook, the Bournemouth captain, out to the far side, looking for Adam Smith. Cherry shooting towards the Steve Fletcher North stand in this second half. That was just the voice moments ago of John Williams, the former Bournemouth defender and assistant manager. Cherry's clear from the back through Steve Cook, up over the halfway line.
Go on.
Dan Gosling brings it under control. Bit of room over there on the right for him. Picks the pass out to the left, and a switch of play to Jack Stacey down this near left-hand side.
I don't know what you're going to do
Support
here.
arrives from Diego Rico. Rico with the cross, left-footed, charged down by Kakai.
Feel like a midfielder could be important here.
Rico down this left
I
hand
don't know who
side.
we've got. I can't remember who we've got on the off a ball.
Rico lays it
Yeah,
back
bring
to
off the ball
Lewis
on.
Cook.
He's lively, man.
Cook in field to his central midfield partner Jefferson Lerma. Lerma again in possession inside the centre circle. His ball forward to Gosling was a good one. Here's Solanke, skips away from his man, tries to lay in Danjuma. It's back out to Adam Smith, right side of the box. Low cross, Gosling blocked by Kakai. Back out to Adam Smith again. Still Bournemouth inside the QPR 18-yard area. Fires the ball across the face of goal. Smith, Danjuma can't get there, and QPR
unlucky. Oh, we're so close. Come on, lads.
Chris
Keep
Methven
going.
brings it under control
Keep going.
on the far
How
side.
did that not end
We're
up
doing
in the back
really
of the net?
well.
Dear me, it flashed right
You're
across
getting
the
your
face of
paycheck,
goal
dude.
twice.
Just needed any kind of toe from a
Come on.
Bournemouth player. No one close enough. Danjuma was trying, beaten to it.
Take us top of the
by
league,
QPR
yes.
defender.
Just play carefully.
Bournemouth will just reset themselves and start again from the back.
I don't like
Steve
this.
Cook does well under pressure to lift the ball forward to Adam Smith. That's a nice back heel from Smith there over on the byline.
QPR substitute.
First change of the game coming up for QPR now. as
QPR
well.
making a change.
Brighter Sai Samuel coming off. One of
Samuel's
QPR's
coming
new
off, the
signings,
right
Albert
wing, the
Adoma
right
coming on.
forward, the right winger.
One of 3 arrivals during the international
Albert
break for
Adama.
QPR. Right winger as well, so we'll go like for like with Asai Samuel in terms of changing position.
Yeah, just having a look where he's taking up. He's the right wing.
So it's got if we lose this
Pick
now.
up QPR through Chair down the left-hand side, ball into the box. That's a brilliant bit of defending from Diego Rico.
Great stop.
What a touch that was.
He has just flicked the ball away there from Albert Adoma, whose first touch would have been the easiest of tap-ins into the back of the net.
Yeah, fantastic block.
Begovic was scrambling across his goal. What an important touch there from Diego Rico, the Spaniard. Really important defending at the back post. It will be a corner to QPR though.
Still going to get it away
Corner to
first.
QPR.
Importantly, going to be a right-footed outswinger.
2 arms in the air is the signal from Chair, who's going to take the corner for QPR. Adoma shows short. It's to the back post though. Asmir Begovic is out. Really good claim from Begovic, rising up high above everyone and plucking the ball out of the sky. And what a throw that is to set Danjuma
Go on, Danjuma!
over the halfway line. Danjuma towards the edge of the box. Last-ditch tackle from Osman Kakai. Throw into Bournemouth, 18 yards out down this near left-hand side. Brilliant goalkeeping there from Asmir Begovic to claim.
He's just pushed himself man of the match with that throw. That was amazing.
And then set Danjuma on his way. Great vision as well from the Bosnian. Throw into Bournemouth. Jack Stacey will take it. Now playing down this left-hand side in this second half with Smith out on the right. Little switch of flanks for the 2 Bournemouth wing-backs. Stacey takes it to Gosling. Gosling tries to turn away from Dominic Ball but can't. And ball doesn't get past Jefferson Lerma. Back out to Stacey now for Bournemouth. Left edge of the box. Lifts it in towards the back post. Solanke with the header. It's wide and behind for a goal kick. Bournemouth 0, QPR 0. We're approaching 70 minutes at the Vitality Stadium, live on BBC Radio Solent in the Championship for you this afternoon.
Well, Danjuma's certainly livened things up a wee bit, hasn't he? That was a good cross onto... who did he try and hit with that?
The cross was in towards Solanke with the header, Willow.
Just couldn't get
under pressure.
Positive head on it, just skimmed off the top of his head.
At the moment, you just keep going back to that Solanke chance in the first half.
Keep it up,
given
decent.
what we've seen so far.
Get in the middle, get in the middle, get in the middle, get in the middle.
I mean, it was a clean connection. Did he snatch at it just a little bit? You'd really want him hitting the target at least from there.
70th minute, the players aren't looking exactly
he's got the
tired.
Keepers a beat, hasn't he?
So we're slowing down on the creativity. Riquelme and Danjuma
the
up
first
top.
touch to get himself in the shooting position was absolutely excellent.
Thrown to the Cherries down this near side. QPR are going to make another change shortly. Tom Carroll's being prepared to come on. Bournemouth in possession inside their own box through Asmir Begovic. That's a lovely turn from Diego Rico away from Luke Amos, who I think has hurt his knee there as he tried to turn to catch up with Diego Rico. That looks like a really nasty injury for Luke Amos. He's gone off the pitch, so QPR down to 10 men at the moment. Wonder whether that may change the substitute for the visitors, or whether he was the man coming off anyway for Tom Carroll.
Maybe he
Meanwhile,
was.
play continues inside the QPR half. Down this left-hand side, Jack Stacey just moves infield slightly to a more central position. His pass to Dominic Solanke. Doesn't find him. Solanke had already run too far forward, and then Jack Stacey has to sprint after his own pass to try and get on the end of it, but he can't. And Osman Kakai will see the ball out for a throw into QPR in line with their own 18-yard box.
He's unlucky there, Stacey, because it was the last colours, but he still chased it down. Here comes the QPR substitutes.
Tom Carroll coming on for Elias Chair.
They're going to be forced to make the third.
And it looks like they may well have to make another one as well, because Luke Amos is still down away to our right, receiving treatment off the pitch from the two physios.
He's forced to make the third sub here.
And maybe rushed into their final change of the game as well.
71st minute.
They are making that
Still 0-0. Bournemouth are on the front foot at the minute.
They've changed the substitution. They've been given the nod that Amos can't continue, so Elias Chair will stay on the pitch now. He wanders back on to the far side, back over to the far side, and Tom Carroll comes on for Luke Amos. Throwing to QPR down the line, this near side in front of the dugouts here in the main stand at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth do well to win it back. Dominic Solanke just trying to muscle his way past a couple of QPR players to get on the end of the ball, but he can't do it. Just needs a moment of magic, this game.
It does. It needs something special, doesn't it? Maybe a set play or free kick. Somebody can kill it over the wall. Well, Rico's not far behind
just under
Begovic in terms of performance.
Yeah, they've looked pretty sturdy at the back, Bournemouth, and when they haven't, Begovic has been there to help them out. Just under 20 minutes to go here at the Vitality Stadium. Doma with the cross into the box. It's straight into the arms of Begovic again, who quickly bowls the ball out underarm this time to Smith down the right. Smith skips away from Chair, advances into the QPR half, looks up, tries to lay the ball into Dominic Solanke. It's just that end product at the moment for the Cherries. It's not there.
No, it's not. It's good work by Smithy to get out and down that right-hand side, but Solanke was never going to get on the end of that.
Bournemouth
in
their last 17 championship games, of course, either side of 5 seasons in the Premier League. Unbeaten in their last 12 here at the Vitality Stadium. Again over the same stretch.
Good run by Solanke here again. He's just trying to play off the shoulders of the centre half.
Chris Mepham lifting the ball forwards. Back with Lewis Cook now on the halfway line.
Nice
trying to
switch
find that ball.
Oh, unlucky.
It's been quite direct from Bournemouth today, Willow, hasn't it? In terms of those long balls forward.
We've definitely been better in the second half. That's probably because Danjuma's come on.
His ball in possession for QPR. Lays it off to the left, and Jeff Cameron halfway inside Bournemouth's half. They switch it from the right side to the far side now. They're left in front of the east stand. Tom Carroll, the substitute in possession for the first time. Lee Wallace, the left back, is over there as well. He's come forward to join the attacking line. There's a ball over the top from QPR in search of the run of Albert Adoma. Too much on it behind. Goal kick to Bournemouth. The Cherries are being held 0-0 at home to QPR in the Championship.
I'll take that.
John Williams is almost falling asleep alongside me.
It's I don't know why they don't. They can't.
It's a very boring game to commentate over there because there's nothing going on.
It takes 5 minutes every time the ball goes in the stand. Going to try and play out from the back now.
Rico lays it off to Stacey. Down this near left-hand side. Back to Rico again. Bournemouth just stuck inside their 18-yard box.
Going to get the ball.
Asmir Begovic takes a touch calmly under pressure then from
this is making me
Bon.
Eat.
Bournemouth do work it out down this left through Jack Stacey. There's no options forward for him, and he's knocks it down the line, straight out of play.
Not.
We're going to see a
coming on.
Another change for the Cherries. Junior Stanislas.
Junior Stanislas is coming on. Why not Riquelme, man? Riquelme's only 20.
Yeah, struggled again a little bit with injuries the early part of this season. We know what a key player he is for the Cherries when he is fit and firing.
15 minutes for Stanislas to bang. Please give a free kick to us, and then
for
Stanislas can
QPR,
bang
cut
it.
off by Diego Rico. Gets a good foot in, and then again turns away from Bon really nicely under pressure on the edge of his own 18-yard area.
Go on!
One ball forward, looking for Dan Juma, and he's found him. Left side of the box, the flag has gone up for offside. Neil Moss, Stephen Purchase, furious, both out on the edge of the technical area. Graham Jones is there as well. All the Bournemouth coaching staff not happy with that one.
Must have been close.
That change then, Jefferson Lerma coming off. He's done a fair bit of playing with Colombia. And travelling. So perhaps understandable that he is the man that is sacrificed with 15 minutes to go, and Junior Stanislas will come on and just replace him in that slightly more forward-thinking midfield role for Bournemouth, alongside Dan Gosling. Ball out of play down this near side, throwing
Please don't be stupid
to the
with
Cherries.
The balls. We need to be more careful now.
Diego Rico takes it short
flip.
here, and then ball will come forward for QPR and passes it to no one, and Chris Metton can cut it off for the Cherries. A space for Adam Smith down the right now, over on the far side.
Plays it in.
There's a few stewards watch on from the east stand, lucky enough to be inside the ground working today.
Plays it back.
Not that you've missed much, of course, from having to listen or watch at home this afternoon. Up until this point, there is still time.
Yeah.
I was at a game on a Tuesday night involving Christchurch, just down the road from here at Herne Bridge in the FA Cup, and that was an awful game until the final 10 minutes. We'll hope for something similar here. Adam Smith down the right. Can't get on the end of Junior Stanislas's ball. And
no, too firmly hit that one.
Wallace, the left back, will come away with it. QPR work it up towards the halfway line. Little triangle of play. Wallace has continued his run. They'll lay it off to Macaulay Bonne. He's one-on-one here with Diego Rico. He's got support arriving from Albert Adoma. He can't find him. He just needed that one quality pass.
Well, they've done us on the break. Just needed
QPR could have won that.
One forward pass and they were in QPR.
Stanislas.
Got to be careful. If we can't win the game, don't lose it.
Bournemouth keen for that winner, but you're right, Willow, they've got to make sure they don't leave the door open at the other end. They've enjoyed a lot more possession in this second half compared to the first. Here's Adam Smith down the right. Dominic Solanke drops deep to join in over on that far side. Lays it off to Lewis Cook just outside the centre circle. He'll push it to the left in Diego Rico. Jack Stacey's hugging the touchline as well, halfway inside Bournemouth's half. Back infield to Dan Juma. After a bright 5 minutes coming in off the bench, he's just not seen much of the ball lately, but that's a nice little back away from his man. One and then two, and then goes down and wins a free kick for Bournemouth. Just left the centre, halfway inside QPR's half. Another opportunity for the Cherries to try and get a ball into the box and get it right.
Yeah, it's too far away for a shot, isn't it?
You don't have to watch it. It clearly says what it is there. If you ain't interested, don't
Diego
watch.
Rico may think otherwise, but it looks like it's going to be a... Again, it's that combination of Lewis Cook and Diego Rico over the ball. Dan Juma's moved away. 78 minutes gone at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth 0, QPR 0. You're listening to BBC Radio Solent. Live championship commentary. Right arm up in the air from Lewis Cook. Diego Rico's there as well. Back heel from Cook. Rico to deliver, left-footed. Headed clear by QPR. Back out to Lewis Cook.
What are we doing this for?
He lifts the ball into the box. Solanke brings it down. He's under pressure. QPR finds room for the shot. Goalwards. It's into the side netting. And behind again for a goal kick. Did really well to make room for the shot there, Dominic Solanke, but again just couldn't supply the finish.
Solanke took a great first touch again and then just tried to guide it in at the near post. Didn't quite come off, but getting closer.
That's a really tight angle to try and work from. If any strikes in the world is scoring,
goal kick to QPR. Senny Dieng will take it. We mentioned earlier on, pre-match on BBC Radio Solent, that the minutes from the Cherries Trust board meeting with the Bournemouth board have now been posted online in the week. the Trust having a meeting with the likes of Neil Blake, the Chief Executive, and the Chairman, Jeff Mostyn, General Manager Liz Finney there as well. Some interesting stuff to come out of that meeting regarding the training ground and a new stadium.
I wonder it's going to be
the training ground are very much on hold now. Neil Blake, the Chief Executive,
I'd
saying
like to
due to a number of reasons. Relegation, one of them, COVID, another, the managerial change. There's an interesting video online as well from Sam Davis, who does the Back of the Net, the Bournemouth podcast, who's actually been down to the training ground to have a look at how it looks now down at the Camford Magnesite. And, well, as you'd expect with it on hold, not a lot happening at the moment, but Neil Blake confirming that there was work done in terms of clearing the site and the buildings demolished and the ground levelled out. Here's Dan Juma for Bournemouth, and the flag up again for offside.
My God.
He's just going to get that run right.
Another offside called 80th minute.
Goes in the trap.
But yeah, the Cherries confirming finally, and I should tell you on BBC Radio Solent, we do try and get these interviews and these questions answered for you, but I've been unable recently to speak to Neil Blake or Jeff Mostyn for some time now, so it's good that they are speaking to the Cherries Trust anyway, and we're able to read those comments, which you can go and find on the Bournemouth Club website now. Work to restart on the training ground when there's more certainty around club finances.
10 minutes plus extra time, mate.
Situation with the quotes from Neil Blake. As I mentioned pre-match, also reassuring to hear from him as well about Maxine Denham's commitment.
So you've got
saying the club
that
won't have to worry about money while Maxine Denham's around. Here come QPR towards the edge of Bournemouth's box. Good defending by Chris Mepham.
We've got that.
Lays it off to the far right-hand side. In terms of the new stadium,
which will probably be
which they spoke about as well in that
2 minutes. I don't see there being a lot.
Very much nothing imminent, as I think we knew already. In the plan still to build the training ground.
Don't see there being a lot of it.
Reassess the situation and maybe think about a new stadium, but only, and again to quote from that meeting, when it is financially viable.
Go on.
The main aim for Bournemouth.
What are you doing, Danny?
To get themselves back in the Premier League as quickly as possible. Here comes Dan Juma down the left to the Cherries, to the edge of the box, tries to lay it off to Gosling, can't find him.
That would have been a great goal.
QPR can clear and come away with it through Jeff Cameron. The tattooed Jeff Cameron, one of those sleeves all the way down his arm. Jack Stacey skips away from Cameron down the left. Diego Rico's arriving on the overlap. Stacey finds him. Early cross from Rico was a poor one, who was falling over as he went to play it. And QPR can come away with it through Adoma. Away from Stacey, then skips away from Lewis Cook as well. Still Albert Adoma, lays it off to his right, and Macaulay Bonne. Right edge of the box, this near side for QPR. Marked closely by Steve Cook. Little step over onto his left foot. 1-2 on the edge of the box with Carroll. Curling shot from Bonne. It's over the crossbar. And wide as well, at Begovic's post as well, and behind for a goal kick. Bournemouth 0, QPR 0. We've got 8 minutes to play, plus any stoppage time here at the Vitality Stadium. The Cherries, they need a spark from somewhere. John Williams.
Yeah, they do. Just looking to the bench. Some instructions are being passed around, and we don't know if we're going to have another substitute.
QPR
still no sign of
substitution.
Signing.
We're yet to make ours.
Riquelme, he is on the bench, the young 20-year-old. Final change for QPR. They've played all their cards now. Another one of their new signings, Chris Willett, coming on.
Final
recently,
change.
I think with Benfica B. Coming up through the Arsenal setup. And he has come on for Ilias Chair, who has now gone off, having nearly gone off when they made their last substitution. Portsmouth have gone a goal down, home to Doncaster in one of our other commentary games on BBC Radio Solent.
Portsmouth goal down to Doncaster.
Reaction from all of our games between now and 6 o'clock with Kevin James following the full-time whistles. And of course your thoughts most welcome as well. Maybe you want to start thinking about what you want to discuss with Kevin, and of course Willow will stick around as well after the game.
Good stop.
I'll give you the options in terms of making contact and getting your messages into the studio in just a moment. QPR come forward over on the far side.
Put Riquelme on.
Chris Willett lays it off to the left-hand side. Lee Wallace to the byline, gets a cross in towards the 6-yard area. Stacey is there.
Stop.
Clears Bournemouth's lines out to the 18-yard area, but it'll come back in again from QPR now down the right in the substitute Albert Adoma. Back to Kakai.
Come on.
His crosses are really poor.
I'll take a draw at this point.
Straight into the south stand, goal kick to Bournemouth.
He nearly cleared the roof, that one.
Had a bit of dip on it. It was like a lob wedge, Willow. Just dropping down at the last minute when it looked like it was flying over the stand. It is a grey afternoon. autumnal afternoon at the Vitality Stadium, and that very much has summed up the quality of the action on the pitch this afternoon, that is for sure. 5 minutes for either side to try and change that. Here's Adoma again, lays it off to Carroll on the overlap down the right. QPR just experiencing a bit of possession here deep inside the Bournemouth half. Cleared by the Cherries, Jack Stacey flicks it away, throw in to QPR down this near right hand side, halfway inside the Cherries half.
You need to stay with runners now. Got to be careful. We can't win the game, we definitely don't want to lose it.
Who do you want to bring on?
Kakai will take the throw in as he finally retrieves it. Has it in his hands. Little 1-2 with...
I don't know who they're going to want to play in the midfield.
Jack Stacey gets up to win 2 headers for Bournemouth. Up towards Dominic Solanke. He's beaten to it by Ball. It's back with Barbet, the central defender for QPR. And they'll work it back to their goalkeeper, Seny Dieng, who, to be honest, has had a really quiet afternoon so far.
Don't say that.
Fortunately, he has, yeah.
Bournemouth haven't had a shot on target that I can remember. John Williams, 2 Solanke efforts wide, 1 in either half.
Yeah.
1 in the side netting in the second half, 1 just wide of the far post in the first half. That's about the best we can offer you, I'm afraid, so far. Dan Gosling on the edge of his own 18-yard area for the Cherries.
Out!
Plays it forward up towards Dominic Solanke. He's got a bit of space to run into down this left-hand side now if he can skip away from Barbet, which he does, but instead goes back to a more central position.
Pass it out!
Stanislas is down the right with Adam Smith. He finds Smith. Low cross in towards Gosling. Cleared by QPR. Back out towards Adam Smith. Gets the header in, but he heads it straight to the QPR goalkeeper, Dieng, who chests it down and will just keep the ball at his feet and waste a little bit of time. They seem, I think, pretty happy to come away from the Vitality Stadium with a point this afternoon, John Williams.
I'm sure they are.
I'm happy with that.
We've been disappointing though. But at least, you know, if you can get a nil every time, it's going to be handy later on.
So that's Solent Sport on Twitter. For your reaction, please, 81333 on the text. Start your message with the word Solent. If you would prefer to text Kevin James back in the studio, pop your name on your text message as well, so they can give you a shout out. Your reaction to this 90 minutes of football from the Cherries. Once we get to full time, of course. Still plenty that could change between now and then. How to play on this far side. Will be a throw into Bournemouth. Jack Stacey will take it quickly. Sorry, this near side. Halfway inside their own half. Bournemouth. Short to Gosling, who then has it nipped away from him by Jeff Cameron. Came off Gosling last, so it'll be a throw into QPR.
Put that last sub on it.
3 minutes plus stoppage time to play. Not really the position Bournemouth want to be in terms of just having to soak up a bit of QPR pressure at the moment.
This goes in, we've lost the game.
Yeah, it's important that you go into these final stages. You concentrate.
God, this is poor.
Make sure you stay with runners. Rico again, first to the ball. I'm quite impressed with him. Cookie as well, Maffen as well, and of course the goalkeeper.
A little bit disappointed we haven't seen Rodrigo Raquelme, or Roro as you'll probably be calling him, Willow. That's what he's known to his teammates, I think.
I think it might be a fitness thing, mightn't it?
In terms of Cameron Carter-Vickers, the defender signed just before the deadline yesterday on loan from Tottenham for the Cherries. He is here watching the game in the stands, but only from the amber zone. I think, like us, he's got to take a COVID test before he can join the Bournemouth players for training on Monday and wait for the results of that back. And may well be in contention to feature on Wednesday night away at Cardiff. A game you'll hear live on BBC Radio Solent with Willow, and Chris Temple will be back alongside Willow for that one. Free kick to QPR over on the far side.
They've pushed all the centre-halves forward. They're going to have a go for it.
About 25 yards out. Carroll stood over it. Albert Adoma as well, the 2 substitutes. Carroll the left-footed option. Adoma the right-footed option. As Willow said, both centre-backs, Dickey and Barbet, are forward. It's a left-footed option of Carroll. It's headed up into the air by Barbet, and then Solanke gets the second ball.
Didn't go in.
Because he's back defending, there's no outball for the Cherries, and it's going to come straight back over on the left-hand side from Adoma, hugging the touchline. Gets the byline, diving header away from Steve Cook. Brilliant header from the Bournemouth captain. Flying through the air. There was airborne for some time, John Williams.
That was amazing. that was so brave. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Still QPR in possession, and again over on the far side, a dome, a couple of step overs, marked closely by Adam Smith. Stanislas is back there as well. They let it back to Carroll, and Willock, the other substitute, as the three substitutes combine in a triangle. Here's a Doma again, trying to get across. In from inside the box, charged down by Mepham, corner to QPR.
Yeah, good block by Mepham. QPR got this.
Got about 10 seconds of normal time. I haven't seen the board yet, Willow. The fourth official, Andy Davies, has come out and he's got it ready to go. It's about to go up now. I think it was a 3. It is 3 minutes of stoppage time for either team to find themselves a winner. You're listening to BBC Radio Solent. Bournemouth 0, QPR
3 minutes of extra time to try and either lose the game, pick it up, or win it.
By Willock, crossed in.
Lost.
This time the diving header is missed by Stacey and it drops at the back post. Barbet, the centre-back, was there. He can bring it under control, then tries a back heel to keep it in play down this near side. Diego Rico will clear up towards the halfway line. Dan Juma not near it, and QPR will send it back into the Bournemouth half. Flags up for offside against Macaulay Bonne. He's furious. He wanted the ball played down the line. Free kick for the Cherries just to settle themselves. Steve Mepham will advance and bring the ball forward from the back.
Stanislas. Smith.
Adam Smith's forced and pressed back into his own half, deep into his own half, almost back towards his own 18-yard area, and does win a throw-in. But again, not the direction that Bournemouth want to be moving in as we
haven't
move
put
into
all
the
our
final
subs
2
on.
minutes of stoppage time.
No, absolutely. But the other thing is you don't want to get suckered.
Smart.
You know, nil. With a couple of minutes left, you should see it through.
We said the game needed a moment of magic, Willow, but it's not even looked like maybe a brief minute from Juma, a couple of minutes when he came on, but
go on,
Solanke nipping away from a couple. Dan Gosling trying to get in behind the QPR defence. He's beaten to the ball by Barbet, and he heads it back to his own goalkeeper, Seny Dieng.
Thought that was it for a moment there, just like Dan Gosling had a bit of a lead in the race, but it wasn't to be.
Oh, the keeper's
trying to get his defenders forward so they can volley up towards the halfway line. Not a great kick from him as he looked to send it wrong. Steve Cook does well under pressure from Macaulay Bonne to win the header and sets off down the left-hand side. Steve Cook out from the back, but he's held up, so go back to Diego Rico. Square ball infield towards the centre circle. And Lewis Cook
plays it outside to Smith.
A switch of play now for Bournemouth out to the far side. They're right. Adam Smith in possession, goes back to Chris Mepham.
Chris Mepham on the outside, all the way on the outside to Arnie.
Lovely to the knee of Dan Juma, and again the flag is up for offside on the far side. Third or fourth time, John Williams, for Dan Juma since coming on.
Right, it is. I mean, you've got to look along the line, and you know, if you're guessing, you usually get caught offside. So it's very frustrating.
That's frustrating. You're right. When you get those moments, and then it's something like that that spoils it. Free kick from the back taken by the goalkeeper Dieng for QPR, up towards Bonne, wins the header, but it's down towards Jack Stacey. Stacey looks up, sends a long ball forward, but it's not a particularly accurate one. Doesn't find Solanke, and QPR again will clear. It's just like it's been all game really, a bit of head tennis back and forth. Eventually Bournemouth do get it down, and then the pass from Stanislas is to no one in a red and black shirt. It does break for them out to the right, but there'll be no time to complete that attack, and the referee John Brooks puts everyone out of their misery really in terms of that 90 minutes of football.
Guys,
it was not a great spectacle, but it was a point for the Cherries, and it does continue their unbeaten start to the championship season. It finishes 0-0 here against QPR.
I think there was overall about 13 people
in terms of possession, but chances really difficult to find for Bournemouth.
And yeah, I'll do more watch-alongs, and I will see you in the next one. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did,
about the best that they could
manage drop a like
against the visiting
I'll see you in the next
Rangers
one.
here at
Bye
the
guys,
Vitality
have a
Stadium.
great
John Williams, how do you